Coffee with Fred.
Hey,
Hey, good morning, everybody. It's Bill Kerbox, and we want to get started. But as you can see, we have my good friend Fred Wilson live. I've known Fred for how many years, Fred?
I don't know, 20 or
Tom
something.
Ferry. I remember when you were on the stage with Steve Shull. How long ago was that?
That would be maybe 15 years or so ago.
Yeah,
When I got into the business in the
yeah,
fall of 90,
yeah.
I ended up on Mike Ferry's Superstar panel two
Yes,
years
yes,
later, and
that's right. That's
been
right.
coaching ever since.
So I want to get right to it, everybody. And I want to tell you right up front why I have Fred live on here today. I've known Fred for a long time, and his philosophy is not really just his philosophy. Fred is a working coach. He's an agent coach, consultant, and he averages a one sale per week. And he's done that for how many years now, Fred?
30 in a row.
30 years. He's averaged a sale a week. I borrow money from him every couple of weeks. No, just kidding. But that's pretty exciting. Talk about, practicing what you preach. And so Fred he lives a kind of a philosophy called the production model, which he has put together in a training. And he's got a slick system that allows him to help other agents to learn this. But I just want to give you a quick overview of the production model, because it basically has four corners. It has mindset, which we're going to talk about today. It has day set, which is basically how to structure your day. It has word set, which is how to talk to the clients. And I recently heard Fred on one of his trainings that I watched in preparation for this, and it was amazing. I mean, he took the time to really listen, and he wasn't trying to sell. It was very encouraging. And goal set, which is basically, how to stay on track. So Fred, if you don't mind, you want to jump in and talk a little bit about mindset and how this works for you, and just
Sure.
jump right in.
Well, I suppose as a coach, the thing I'm most tuned into, and therefore possibly as an agent as well, as a practicing agent, is mindset. Um, if you're not in the right place mentally, it's going to be like sailing with the anchor out, or unfortunately for most agents, probably being moored in the harbor. It's hard to get out to sea and to really travel the world, so to speak, on the real estate boat if your mind isn't in the right place. So that's what I have led with in terms of my own research and study over the years, my own practice. And I came to understand that you have to plus positive. Being positive is not enough. If you are upbeat, it's essential, but it's not enough. You have to take your mind into yet another level. And this is why I wrote my book, The Third Law of Success, and why my 2022 release of a program on this, how to plus your positive mindset, will be released. And essentially, like I said, you must be positive. That's essential. Being negative, it takes you out of the game, so to speak. Being positive keeps you in the game. But there's another dichotomy, and that's what I call the scarcitative opportunitive dichotomy, which means that if you have scarcity thinking, it's going to limit your game. Whereas if you have opportunative thinking, it's going to expand your game. And that's where the money is in that expansion. And so, trying to be specific, there are 3 or 4 top mistakes that agents make. And the number one mistake I've learned over 30 some years here is a scarcity mentality. Most agents are mired in scarcity. Most who believe they have an abundance mentality actually don't. And that is a real problem for a real estate agent. And it correlates very closely to why statistically most agents are failing. So again, mindset is a big piece.
Yeah, it definitely, it's, you just can't get past. I recently watched a show with my wife. It was about blocks and to being successful. And it's like, no matter how much hard work you do, if you have that block, that mindset is not accurate, you're not gonna be able to move past it. And so what I've gotten from listening to you is that really getting clear. It's like step one. I mean, you can't get past it. And so there's a lot of agents out there that I talk to on a daily basis that, they're grinding it out and they're moving so fast and they're prospecting. Nothing wrong with prospecting, but what I've learned from your, in the time that I have been following you is that the ability to slow down and listen and really focus on the agent. Oh my God. Well, first of all, it's the philosophy of Think and Grow Rich, right? It's the most powerful tool out there to win friends and influence people, right? But when I've heard you do it on the podcast, it was, I wanted to like be that person that you were interviewing. Because you were listening and asking the right questions and really taking the time to care. I have a good friend of mine, won't mention his name, and I used to go in caravan with him, and I had to quit because he would always take so much time to just chatting with everybody, right? And chatting, and I'm thinking, come on, we got to get out there and prospect. We got to talk to people about real estate. And the reality is that during that time, he'd get maybe somebody wants to list with him here or this or that or the other thing. So I really respect the idea of the mindset. And so what I'd like to do, Fred, is be able to have continue on at another time and go down the four corners, because we still have day set, we have word set, we have goal set. I wanted to just get you out there in a way that people can show interest, and so that we can have an organized path to being able to do this on a meaningful way. So I think we're going to pause for now, and we're going to try and come back in a day in the future. Is there anything else, any other little tidbit, any other little piece that you think is critical for anybody to maybe take a step on mindset today?
Well, yeah, again, in essence, most agents look at opportunity in a way that's low functioning. They believe that it's a good thing and that more would be better.
Yeah.
But they, at the same time, believe that it's scarce, it's fleeting, it's not always available, and that it's coming down the road,
Right.
all of which are indicative of scarcity thinking.
Right.
The only place opportunity resides is in the now. It's never in the future. It's never in the past.
Critical.
And agents have to learn to seize that opportunity today, not tomorrow, not yesterday. And they have to learn how to recognize it. Agents don't understand that opportunity is a phenomenon. It's sort of like a river that's always flowing right next to you. And do you know how to dip into that river? Right. And in my production model program, my online program, we lead in module 1. There's 5 modules. Again, the 4 cornerstones, mindset's one of them. But we lead with this, and I go into great detail, helping agents to understand and overcome this scarcity thinking that is endemic. It's everywhere in the business.
Well, awesome, Fred. Thanks for your time today. Let's keep chatting. We're going to have a recording of this. We'll put up and make available. But want to wish you a fantastic day.
Thank you so much.
Have a good one, man. Thanks, everybody.